Hello everyone. It's been like over 2 months, I think, since I posted my Oblivion completion. And this is a video I've been wanting to make since then, but I've just been lazy. So there's a lot I want to cover in this video, starting with going through my Oblivion experience, as I promised in my Oblivion video description. I did want to make a video on that, as well as an update for the channel, and then a GD completion at the end, but we'll get to that. So, I start with how I started playing Oblivion, and then up to when I finished. I had recently beaten Cognition, and some of my friends were like, yo, you should beat Oblivion for your next artist. And so I was like, okay, I'll run it in practice mode. And I remember when I finished my first practice run thinking it was like 10 times harder than Cognition. And I think that's still mostly true. Maybe I was exaggerating a bit, but it's a lot harder than Cognition. But that's kind of besides the point. So I remember, I never really started the level, like seriously playing the level then. That was a few months afterwards where I would grind it for a few days. And I remember one of those days I played for like 8 hours and made some pretty decent progress. So I was kind of like, okay, you know, I think this will get done. You know, I could maybe actually do this. So I got some motivation from that, of course. And then I remember that, yeah, there was just this point where like I stopped making progress for several days. I'm not really like other players in the sense that I can't just like stick with one thing for very long, and that is a weakness in my skill set, and I think is what prevents me from reaching the heights that I realistically could. So basically that whole thing just made this experience way harder for me. Maybe at this point I was around like 10k attempts, so it's not even that much, but then I started comparing my attempts with other people who had beaten it, including like Zoink. Like, I was that, it's completely ridiculous to compare my attempts count with Zoink's attempts count. Like, that's just stupid. But I did it anyway, because I was that far gone, I guess. So then eventually I was kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna grind this every day until I beat it. I don't care how long it takes, I don't care how boring it gets, I'm just gonna do it. And yeah, a few days later of that, I eventually did do it in about 38k attempts. Yeah, I think the whole experience from beginning to end was maybe like, yeah, 7 or 8 months. It wasn't like I was playing it for 8 months, but I mean like from first day of practice to completion day, like that was about 8 months. And yeah, 38k, that's by far the most attempts I've spent on the level, but that's not even like a lot for that level to some people. Like, I remember talking about it with like Tim, and him saying that 38k wasn't a lot for how attempt grindy it was. It's just like, it was motivating to eventually get it done, like push through and get it done, but also a bit disappointing because I still feel like it'll be hard for me to push through that level of like boredom of playing the same level over and over and over again. I want you to understand how severe this is. I can't play the same level every day for like a week, even though levels like Oblivion take way longer than that. So I envy players like TR Solus and Doggy that can just grind and not get bored because their mindset is just goated. But it is something I want to work on. It is something I want to improve at, like being a lot more patient with progress and how long levels can take, which moves me on to my next talking point. Next month in July, me and my friends are doing a Tartarus race, and I'm pretty excited for it. I have some progress already. It'll technically be a new hardest, even though I don't know, what I've played doesn't feel harder than Oblivion, but we'll see, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stream my progress on Twitch. I'll put a link in the description. It's something I do want to get into because I think it'll be cool, but anyway. I will switch over to my channel update rant now, and I will be commentating over my 500th demon completion, which will be Gucci T3. It might seem like a random pick, but my 250th demon was Butiti 2. So I thought it was fitting. That's it for my Oblivion rant. Oh yeah, after this video goes up, I'll change my description in Oblivion to an actual like description like I normally do, like rating the level and stuff. So yeah, you can go look at that if you're interested. Hey, so I'm just gonna be commentating over Butiti 3 footage while I give this channel update. So basically I want to enter like a new era for the channel. I'm sure a lot of you noticed I changed my profile picture. That's not necessarily related, but it is something I wanted to bring up. Basically I just want to branch out and do other stuff. I've actually been wanting to do this for a while. Some of you may have noticed I've uploaded videos of other games with subpar success, but that's to be expected. My content will probably still be mostly GD. I don't know how video frequency will be affected, but I can almost assure video quality will improve vastly, because basically I've just been uploading replays with little to no editing, and I want to get into editing more. But yeah, I want to do different types of content. Like, I want to play other games, I want to do reviews, I want to do video essays, and that's just a few things. And as I mentioned before, I do want to get into streaming, not just GD, but also other things. I think that's about all I have to say, so enjoy Butiti 3, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Thank God. 3.6K. Damn.